Well, next we're going to be switching to a keynote talk on a very interesting issue, the future of mobility. How should the next generation of electric vehicles and infrastructure be? And it is our honor to have our next speaker with us here today, the CEO of Open Motors, Mr. Hang Liu.
Hello everyone, I'm Tin, founder and CEO of Open Motors, a company based in Silicon Valley in China, backed by Y Combinator. And today, we're going to talk about the future of mobility. I'm going to divide this speech in three parts. I'm going to talk about what's happening right now, the car of the future, and how we can get there. So right now, the interesting thing is that finally, EV is becoming more relevant over internal combustion engine. According to Bloomberg, actually, in 2040, the sales of electric vehicles is going to surpass the internal combustion ones. And thanks to Tesla, this is already a reality. We have to give credit to their amazing job. Another big trend is that IT is merging with the automotive industry. Technologies such as connected car, V2V, V2X, self-driving, AI are a reality. But unfortunately, actual cars are not really welcoming them. Actual cars are more like an iPhone, not very upgradable in terms of hardware. This is what we call in Silicon Valley labs on wheels. In Italy, we call this albero di Natale, which means Christmas tree. But there's another huge trend happening, mobility as a service, over the private car ownership market. This is a rising trend that is changing the life of millions of people globally. And this guy from SoftBank Vision Fund actually is accelerating this process. He invested in all these major players. And it's also very interesting to see the #1 auto OEM in China, together with Nielsen. They were presenting at the Peking University. And China, by the way, is the biggest car market globally. So it's very interesting to see their point of view. So they say right now in China, mobility is 38% done with personal vehicles, everything that you can buy and own. Public transportation is obviously higher, 49%. But shared mobility is already a double-digit number, so very impressive. In the future, this is going to be amazing, actually. So mobility as a service will become dominant, even bigger than public transportation and private cars. This market is going to be huge, over $7 trillion by 2050. So even Tesla, that is defining the new trends of automotive, they recently announced that they are going to enter in this market. Today we have 1.4 billion cars in this planet. And definitely car manufacturers are overproducing cars. Over 100 million vehicles yearly. And we are scraping just about 1/4 of them. The problem is that actual cars, they are definitely not optimized for heavy usage. In fact, actual cars, private cars, are engineered and designed for a normal light usage of about 2 hours daily in a lifespan of about 10 years. The usage of Uber, Grab, Didi, all these players is way more, 10 times more. So obviously, the lifespan of the vehicle from 10 years drops dramatically. Some fleets don't don't last more than 2 years. So this is a huge problem that is generating a lot of garbage. And this is a problem highlighted by the economists. This is not a third world country. Actually, this is Germany in 2015. According to Bloomberg, we might remember this very moment as the car peak. It means the peak of production and the peak of sales of private cars. After this point, most likely we will see big market drops. And in fact, this is already happening in China, which is, again, the biggest market globally. So we definitely have to think about a different way to engineer, design, produce, and recycle cars. So the car of the future, according to the data that we collected from all the major players in the industry, should be engineered for using renewable energy, such as solar energy, so electric. It has to be engineered for heavy usages, so for services like Uber and Grab. People, riders, they don't really care too much when they hail a car if it's a Toyota or a Nissan. They just care to go from A to B very fast. So the experience is going to be more similar to the aviation industry, airlines, and the vehicle as well should be engineered for similar to airplanes, like Airbus or Boeing. The car of the future should be also future-proof. We are having a lot of new technologies every year at the CES. We have better sensors, lidars, drive-by-wire system, motors, whatever, batteries. And it's very interesting how Fortune pictured the car of the future. It's like an iPhone with 4 wheels. Actually, Tesla, it's literally like an iPhone with 4 wheels. But we believe that the car of the future should be more like a server or a workstation, easy to replace parts and upgrade. Then on the energy side, we definitely need to have a technology that is better than the fast charging, because fast charging is still pretty slow, 60 minutes. While swapping stations, actually, they can change the entire battery and have a full range capacity in less than 3 minutes. And there is another problem with fast charging. Actually, fast charging is killing the battery lifespan. It reduces the life of the battery 2 to 3 times less. So even Elon Musk announced that they are interested in the battery swap. And they said in their station, Tesla users can choose if they want to have a fast charging or a battery swap. So fast or free. Unfortunately, it's not happening. So Tesla is not deploying this technology. And only a Chinese player called NIO, the Chinese Tesla, is deploying this technology. But it's very expensive. So each swapping station it costs more than $1 million US. And also, there are so many companies that you can see here that are investing a lot of money, time, and energy to develop their own AI solution. So at least for us, there is no reason to compete against them, but there is one good reason to integrate all of them, because there are different markets. China will never allow US AI to map their cities 24/7. And there are also different applications, like e-commerce and logistics. But the most important part that we have to take care in the car of the future is called TCO, the total cost of ownership, which means that fleet operators, they don't care just about buying the car, the cost of the car, but also the cost of maintenance, repair, insurance, consumption. So this is the TCO. And how we can get there? Obviously, we need to think about the core technology. The core technology has to be modular. It has to be upgradable, so you can replace the battery pack, the electric motor with the new generations, exactly like it's happening in the aviation industry, in Airbus and the Boeing airplanes. And also the body has to be modular because there are so many sensors, cameras, lidars that are now positioned in the exterior body of the vehicle. We have to avoid the iPhone effect, okay? With the iPhone, if you have an iPhone 8 and you want the camera of an iPhone XS, you need to replace the device. We cannot afford this. This planet cannot afford this. So especially for self-driving, we need to find a way to be more flexible. The interior as well. So right now, this is a standard layout with a steering wheel. And then later, we can remove the steering wheel, change the position of the seats to have a vis-a-vis layout for a level 5 autonomous driving. Unfortunately, no car companies are really considering all of these aspects. Tesla, NIO, they have battery swap, but they're extremely expensive, more than $1 million US. There is no hardware upgradability. The TCO is very bad for services. And basically, there is no modularity. These cars are engineered and designed like iPhones. The good news is that we are doing it. So we are developing a complete integrated solution that is a vehicle and a swapping station. The vehicle is called Edit, and it can host multiple AIs. It's obviously compliant with the toughest regulations. It's ultra modular, and you can swap the batteries. This vehicle is engineered like an airplane. Okay? Imagine a big Boeing made it as a city car. And the swapping station as well. So it's modular, scalable, and stackable. So you can have more and more batteries, more station operating at the same time. Easy to relocate because we are using standard containers as a box. And it's engineered for cost efficiency, extremely cost efficiency. So these are all the parts that we are considering of the TCO. Obviously, we cannot take care about the insurance and the taxes part. So everything else, we are taking care. And we achieved amazing results. So the TCO, the total cost of ownership of our vehicle is 2 times less any other private cars. Even the energy cost, 2 times less. And the battery degradation, since we are detaching the battery from the vehicle, we can charge with the right speed and the right temperature. And we can extend the life of these batteries up to 3 times more. The station cost is 10 times less. And the secret of these numbers, actually, we are using as much as we can existing parts that are already engineered and massive manufactured. So we have experience in making different type of vehicles, okay, including trains, motorcycle, buses. So we are combining the best technologies for durability and price optimization into these 2 products. And there is one important thing. So talking to the major players such as Uber, Didi, Grab, Ola, they need millions of these cars. The problem is the grid infrastructure, the cost of deploying these stations in, let's say, Thailand. If you imagine a charging station, fast or normal charging, In a normal charging, you need to keep the vehicle in this space for 10 hours. With the fast charging, you keep this vehicle in this space for about 1 hour. And imagine this multiplied for millions of vehicles. It's a huge real estate cost. Someone is paying for this space. It can be a real estate company, it can be the government. Swapping station has a huge impact in this, 15 times less, because we just keep the vehicle in this space for 3 minutes or less. In fact, talking about minutes, the charging time, the time to have a full capacity range is not comparable. 60 minutes of fast charging versus 3 minutes of swapping a battery. 20 times faster. We're even faster than gas stations. So here's a video about our vehicle.
Introducing the future of the automotive industry. A ready-to-use, road-legal vehicle designed and engineered in Europe. Featuring a platform that is entirely modular, allowing vehicles to adapt to any situation, any location, any need. A truly adaptable vehicle designed and engineered for services. The modular platform allows for truly future-proofed vehicles, ready to easily repair, refurbish, and upgrade any part necessary, with flexibility to choose even up to Level 5 complete autonomous driving. A fleet of self-driving, truly white-label vehicles can operate up to 24 hours every day, allowing for maximum efficiency. And because the entire platform is built on a modular architecture, fleets of vehicles can last 10 times longer. Customizable, modular, and upgradable. Designed to last. Designed to evolve.
Did you like the video? Okay, cool. Thank you. And that's pretty much all. So Open Motors, backed by Y Combinator, we're raising money to do the vehicle and the station. I will do another speech at the vertical stage about I will focus more on the swapping technology if you're interested in. I will give all the details about the cost. It's gonna be at 1:30. And if you want to know more, feel free to contact me. That's my line account and our website. Thank you very much.